Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Rad Dreams Review. As always, I'm Rad Dreams, and today we're going to be talking about the 200 plus online Top Cut event Digimon tournament. I believe the total amount of players playing was around 264, and then after drops and whatnot, it was around like 240-ish, roughly. I could be mistaken. Feel free to correct me in the comments below, but I am going to kind of go over what the experience was in this new format, what I placed, what I played, and any changes that I would implement going forward. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So during the Top Cut event last weekend, on Saturday, it's Monday now, so whatever date that was. But got a chance to compete online with other folks in that Top Cut event hosted by Bandai and all that jazz, and you got to win some pretty awesome prize cards. Participation prize was Koromon, and then for the hold on one second, my cats are ridiculous. But yeah, for the tournament, you had some really awesome prizes for participation. You got that Koromon promo. You had to play at least 3 matches, and if you wanted to drop, you could. If you if you lost 3, then safe to say you wouldn't top or anything or win any better prizes, because top 64 got a promo Agu. Top 32, I believe, got a promo Greymon, and then strangely enough, top 16 didn't get anything allocated to them. I believe they just won a Greymon, Agumon, and Koromon, but I could be mistaken. Again, feel free to correct me down below. But anyway, top 8 got big money. They got that War Greymon promo, which is going for an insane amount of money right now. Wouldn't really recommend buying it, but if you really, really want it and have deep pockets, then, by all means, go for it. And then grand prize, you got that really, really awesome Omnimon card. The artwork for that card is just immaculate, and I guarantee you if somebody sells it, it's going to go for at least $5,000. I guarantee you. If not close to that. I would say between $3,000 and $5,000 for that one card would be a safe estimate based on how rare it is and how hard it is to get, because only first place and second place get that Omnimon card. And then, first place, the champion, gets that, and then they get a special invitation to what I would assume to be a future kind of regionals event that Bandai would host somewhere. But not much is known about that kind of special ticket that the champion wins. I just can safely assume it's to some future event, obviously. But yeah, going into the tournament, I was expecting to face Yellow War Greymon just throughout the entire thing, because that deck is dominating events. It is dominating the meta. It is arguably a tier 0 deck. And in my honest opinion, some of the cards need to be limited, such as the hard to find ones like Pulsemon. Possibly limiting that to 2 per deck might help. I don't know. I mean, let me know what your suggestions would be in the comments below to kind of lower the power level of yellow, because initially green was the problem child, and that got limited because hidden potential discovered and Argomon were a big issue. Those got limited to 1 apiece. So I feel like yellow kind of needs that treatment as well, because a meta shouldn't be this dominated by one color. That's just my personal opinion. You are very welcome to disagree with that, but you'll be very hard pressed to beat Yellow War Greymon. It's almost like if you don't play it, you're destined to kind of not do so well. And in this tournament, I did not end up playing Yellow War Greymon. I played Blue Imperial Dramon and added Lobomon as a little bit of spice in there. I added 2 Lobomons because just being able to Digivolve on a Tamer is just absolutely busted. It's only a 2-cost Digivolution, and it's just fantastic because most of the time your opponents won't really prep or try to combat against that. You have that looming threat, and they're almost forced to kind of play around it. And if they don't, they run that risk. So, but it's a standard Blue Imperial Dramon list. The only changes I made to it was I added 2 Cocytus Breath, a Positron Laser, 1 Omnimon, and 1 Puppetmon. The Puppetmon was a very good addition. It won me a couple matches, actually. The Cocytus Breaths were phenomenal. It literally won me my last game and allowed me to place in the top 64. I ended up finishing in 56th place. Granted, that's not the best, but it's also not the worst. So overall, I was happy with my performance. I was a little upset that I tied 1 match against a Purple Dan Devimon deck. We just both kind of lost track of time, and unfortunately we tied. But surprisingly, I faced a lot of purple decks. I was not expecting that. Actually lost against a purple deck. I lost against a purple Metal Garurumon deck of all things. That deck is very good. It's very fun. Highly recommend playing it. It's not too terribly expensive, so it's definitely a tier 1 deck. So if you want to play it, highly recommend piloting it. It's a lot of fun. But I ended up facing 4, or was it 3? It was around 3 or 4 purple decks in a row. First match was Yellow War Greymon. Ended up winning that 2-1. It was very close though. Could have gone either way. Second match was against Yellow Blue Security Control. I won the first match and then lost 2 in a row, unfortunately. So lost that match. So that's very unfortunate. Then the next match I lost against Purple. So that's 2 in a row. So I was half debating on dropping at that point because I'm like, 2 in a row losses, that's rough. Then I won my next match. Then I tied, and then I won out. Luckily, I was able to place in the top 64, so that way I got an additional prize. So at least there's that. Overall, I was happy with my performance. There's not too much I would have changed in terms of like how I played. Maybe, perhaps I would have changed some of the cards. Possibly getting rid of the Omnimon for a Bancho Stingmon or something, or adding in another like Positron Laser, another Cocytus Breath, or another Puppetmon, some sort of tech card in place of that Omnimon, because that Omnimon didn't really do anything for me. Initially I ran 2 of them, didn't really, perform that well, so I subbed 1 out for Puppetmon, and that worked out a lot better. So, I've got another tournament coming up this Saturday for Carta Magica. So hopefully that goes well. I'm leaning more towards, another deck to play in that event. Haven't really decided yet. So we'll kind of play it by ear. The deck submissions aren't due for, a couple more days, so I got time to figure it out. So hopefully that event goes well. But that's kind of like how the tournament went. Surprisingly, or actually, let me rephrase that. It should come to no surprise to all of those watching and listening that, Yellow War Greymon won the entire tournament. So, the final match, though, I was surprised. It was between Yellow War Greymon and Rookie Rush, of all things. So I was kind of happy, in a way, to see Rookie Rush kind of get so far, So that was kind of refreshing. So, but yeah, the lists for that Yellow War Greymon are out there, and the list for that Rookie Rush deck is out there. You just got to search for it. If you want, I can, link, put it down in the description. So just let me know if you want me to do that. If not, you can easily find it on the English Digimon Facebook page. The champion Wolf Knight posted his deck list, and then the Rookie Rush player posted his as well. So you can shoot up to that Facebook page, find the post, and then copy pasta that bad boy and try it for yourself. Make some adjustments possibly. So other than that, that's pretty much all I got for the event. Had a lot of fun. Didn't really experience any issues other than some initial audio problems on my end, but was able to fix that. So yeah, Top Cut knows how to run the events. I've got no complaints about them. So highly recommend. So with that out of the way, that'll do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening, and hope you guys, kind of stay safe out there. And I hope above all else that you continue to stay rad.